The fifth mask. The discovery of the fifth mask shook the small town nearby. Whispers spread like wildfire, and no one dared approach the cabin again until a group of thrill-seeking teens decided to test their courage. "It's just an old house," Mark said, leading the way through the dark woods, the moonlight cutting through the twisted branches. "Ghost stories are for kids," but as they reached the cabin, the air grew colder. The trees seemed to bend toward them, their branches like skeletal fingers reaching for their throats. The door creaked open on its own, the darkness inside as thick as tar. They stepped in, their flashlights flickering, the smell of rotting wood and old blood filling their lungs. The masks lay in their corner, their hollow eyes watching, their bloody grins frozen in silent screams. Suddenly, one of the girls, Emma, gasped, her flashlight shaking as she pointed to the far wall. There, scratched into the wood in jagged, desperate strokes, were the words, "Don't touch the masks." But it was too late. Mark had already picked one up, turning it over in his hands, its hollow eye sockets seeming to stare back into his soul. "Relax," he laughed, pressing the mask to his face. "See, just an old..." His words cut off abruptly, his body freezing, his flashlight clattering to the floor. The others watched in horror as the mask seemed to fuse with his skin, its twisted grin stretching across his face, his eyes rolling back into his head. Then, slowly, he turned to face them, his voice now a raspy, echoing whisper. "Join us." The others screamed, stumbling back, but the cabin had already sealed its doors, the walls groaning as they closed in, the shadows reaching out, pulling the terrified teens toward the masks on the floor. The last thing they heard before the darkness swallowed them was Mark's twisted, overlapping laughter, his hollow, bloody grin, reflecting the faint, dying light of their fallen flashlights. And when the search parties returned days later, they found 8 masks lying perfectly aligned on the dusty floor, their bloody, twisted grins staring back from the shadows.